Welcome to the tutorial video for Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea, as performed by George Harrison on his last album in 2002. First, let me start off by showing you the ukulele I'm going to use today. This is my Lanakai LU21CE/BK. It's a concert gloss ukulele with electrics in it, and I've had this one for quite a while. I bought it early on in my ukulele playing in 2015 or early 2016, and bought it off of Craigslist. I did have to replace this unit. You can actually buy these on eBay and buy them new, and it's a pretty simple swap to get them swapped out. And I also worked on the jack to make it usable. So let's take a look at this song. This song was written in 1931 by Harold Arlen, who you would probably know from Over the Rainbow, as used in The Wizard of Oz, and of course made famous by Iz on the ukulele. So that's kind of an interesting bookend, because in 2002, George Harrison covered this on his last album before he died. And George Harrison, of course, was one of the four Beatles, and he had a love affair with the ukulele. And if you want to check out more about George Harrison, you certainly can. The play along, Always Keep a Ukulele in Your Trunk, is all about George Harrison. So at the time, George Harrison loved ukuleles, even though they weren't popular everywhere else, like they were still in Hawaii. And he would go to a music store and buy out every ukulele on the shelf, fill his trunk up with them, and then travel around and then invite other people to play with him and then just give them a ukulele. So George Harrison is kind of a folk rock star, not only as part of the Beatles, but also just as part of ukulele lore. Now, this song is in the key of F and A. There's definitely a change in the middle, and it's not easy in terms of chords. So if you're looking for a great beginner song, maybe go look at Always Keep a Ukulele in Your Trunk and come back to this one down the road a little bit, because you will need some bar chords. However, I am going to show you what to do, so feel free to stick around and learn these chords as well. By my count, there are 17 chords used in the song, so let's start the process of looking at all of them. The first chord you'll need is the key that we start in, F. So first finger goes on first fret, second string. Second finger goes on fourth string, second fret. That makes the F chord. Keep that F chord shape and just simply add the third finger on the second fret, third string, and then you have the D minor chord. The next chord is the G minor chord. You'll put your first finger on the first string, first fret. Second finger will go on the third string, second fret, and third finger will go on the second string, third fret. The next chord is the C7 chord. You'll simply put your first finger on the first string, first fret. The next chord you'll need is the F7 chord. And what I'd like to suggest is that you actually play it as printed, but it's your choice. You can also not use the pinky on the chord if you want, but I'll show you how to play it. So you start off by playing the F chord. First finger goes on the second string, first fret. Second finger goes on the fourth string, second fret. So that's your normal F chord. Then you need to put two more fingers on. The third finger is going to go on the third string, third fret, and the fourth finger is going to go on the first string, third fret. If you don't want to, you don't have to use the pinky, but then it sounds like this. I like that higher note, but that's up to you. The next chord is a partial bar chord. It's the B flat chord. You're going to put your first finger on fret 1, strings 1 and 2, as close as you can to the metal fret without touching the metal fret. And then second finger is going to reach over to the third string, second fret, and the third finger to the fourth string, third fret. Now here's the hardest chord change in the whole song. You have to go from that B flat chord, flipping over to the B flat minor chord. So you have to extend that first finger bar all the way across quickly, and then reach over and play the 4-string 3rd fret with your 3rd finger. The next chord is only used once in the entire piece. It's the C augmented chord. So it's your normal C, E, G chord, but instead of a G, it's actually a G sharp. What you're going to do is play your C chord, 3rd finger, 1st string, 3rd fret, and then you're going to play the 4-string 1st fret with your 1st finger. Listen how that sounds versus the C chord. C chord, C augmented chord. The next chord you're going to need is in that second part, the sort of chorus of the song, where it switches to the key of A, which is where these next chords come from. The A chord is played by putting your 1st finger on the 3rd string, 1st fret, 2nd finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret. That's your A chord. Just like on the first part of the song, you go from F to D minor. Here you're going to go from A to F sharp minor, just adding 1 finger. So keep that A shape going, and then add the 3rd finger to the 2nd string, 3rd fret, making an upside down V. So it's the A chord plus 1 finger. The next chord is the B minor chord. So what you'll do is bar the entire 2nd fret, and then add the 3rd finger on the 4th string, 4th fret. The next chord is the E7 chord. You'll put your 1st finger on the 4th string, 1st fret, 2nd finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the 1st string, 2nd fret. Your next chord is the G chord. So 1st finger goes on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, 2nd finger goes on the 1st string, 2nd fret, and the 3rd finger goes between them on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. Now the chord font I'm using shows playing E flat with 4 fingers or some kind of bar. Don't worry about that 4th string. You don't need to cover that. I'll show you that in a second. So for E flat, play the 1st string, 1st fret, then take the 2nd finger and reach over to the 3rd string, 3rd fret, and then let the 3rd finger go to the 2nd string, 3rd fret. You do not have to play the 4th string. And that's what I recommend doing. The next chord is the C7 chord, and it gets held for quite a while in the song. Be ready for that. You'll bar the entire 1st fret, and then with your 2nd or 3rd fingers, I usually use my 2nd finger, you'll play the 1st string, 2nd fret. The next chord happens only once. It's one of the 3 diminished chords. So 1st finger goes on the 4th string, 1st fret. 2nd finger goes on the 2nd string, 1st fret. So you've got those 2 on that 1st fret, and then the next 2 fingers go on the gaps in the next row. So 3rd finger goes 3rd string, 2nd fret. 4th finger, your pinky, goes on the 1st string, 2nd fret. And that's the B diminished 7 chord. And the last chord you need, you can skip it if you want. You can even play just a normal F chord if you want. But here's a D minor 7 up the neck with a bar chord. So just like you can play A minor 7 with no fingers on any of the strings, what you have to do for D minor 7 is at the 5th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you bar all 4 strings and just let it ring at the end of the song. Keep holding it down until the note stops ringing. The song simply uses a shuffle strum all the time. It's down, up, 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 down, up. So let's do that with the actual beginning of the song, which is 4 chords repeated twice. You'll see them up above. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Believe it or not, that's all you need to do for strumming for the whole song. So strumming won't be the complex issue in the song. The chords themselves will. Basically, all I can tell you is that the song just is going to need a lot of repetition and you'll need to get used to the chords. But the great part about the song is that it was done with a ukulele. George Harrison loved the ukulele. And when you are done practicing this song, you are going to be fluent with a couple of chord shapes that will help you with all kinds of songs in your future. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe And as always, remember, ukulele, it's all about you.